opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Nick starting with a pass. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Nix. Complete beyond the marker. He gets loose down the right side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
They'll throw again. Nix. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He's on the move. Oh, he lost the football. And the Raiders get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a... and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They'll throw on first. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Vegas first down. They put a receiver in motion here left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Another carry for him. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle. Given 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Nix from the gun. Moore's got it. Oh, the football's loose. And the Raiders get to it. Oh, boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end, too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits, and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it, and they've done it on back-to-back drives.
Taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet to... This is caught inside the 15. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. It's the end of the first in this AF. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Running back sent in motion left. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Nix with it on 1st. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Nix now to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Still sticking with the passing game. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He loses the football. And the Raiders get to it. Oh, man. Yet again, Gronk, an inability to hang on to the football. I'm just going to guess might be working a little harder on ball security next week. 3rd straight series, they put it on the turf.
Yeah, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Any day that ends in Y, you're probably going to do it because this is incredibly frustrating to not hold on to the football. It's left them searching for answers, and I'm not sure anybody has right now.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Motioning left is their running back. 3rd and long for him here. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Broncos get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Free inside the 30. To the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start to fight back with their first points of this game. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Broncos 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. This one will be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Broncos get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Able to get it to Moore. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the 48. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
1st down, Broncos.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Setting up the running back screen. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
They'll throw again. Nix finds Mims. And they bring him down around the 34.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's brought down for a loss. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's cut beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
Another try following the sack. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. So here's Ka'imi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Everly's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
One last play before the break. He'll throw it. He's trying another one deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting the tight end in motion. To throw here on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. He does it. Touchdown! The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Moore's got it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot to give your quarterback a chance.
That's the first down, and he's still going. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Nix with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and just 2 to go. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going for it, it's Williams. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Touchdown, Denver! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face second down. Pass play now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Mitchell again. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves them with 4th and 4.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Jukes out a one-stop. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 16. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Motion man sent left. He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Pat Surtain has it! And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th! There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown and check down and throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Broncos down by only 3. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Looking to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders make the play that should win them this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He brings it in. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Putting the body on the line for his team. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's 1st down. They'll throw again. Nix. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route?
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He lets one fly deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home.